it's Betsy from Tender Art Studio, and I am here to show you my first project as a member of the Ephemeras Vintage Garden Design Team. I am beyond excited to share this journal with you, and this is Paris in My Heart, and it's a gorgeous printable if you're not familiar with it. And what I've done with it is made a traveler style notebook for a dear friend who is taking her daughter and 2 granddaughters to Paris in the spring. So it couldn't be more perfect. So I've got this little Eiffel Tower here. This beautiful little rosebud charm was a gift from a friend. It was just something she had kind of in her stash and she didn't have a use for it. She gave it to me knowing that I like crafty things. This is a fabric cover, and the inside of the cover is craft text, and I used these brass corners from Tim Holtz's Ideology, which I think they're pretty great. And so let's just do a quick flip through then. So, oh, and this is kind of a funny story too. This lace here that is the pocket was actually given to me by my friend who is going to Paris. She doesn't know I'm making this for her, but she's like, here's this lace I cut off of a shirt and I think you could probably find a use for. So she'll be surprised to see it back. And there are 2 signatures that I've made. And in this case, I have attached the elastics with a stitch instead of punching holes in it because I don't have an eyelet setter. So I just used the zigzag stitch on my machine in a stationary setting and captured the elastic underneath that stitch, which I think is kind of a clean, nice solution if you don't have an eyelet setting. And then the other piece of that, the belly band that's normally here in an eyelet, I sewed in place and put these beautiful pearl buttons on either side, so it's really secure. Okay, and so here is the first signature. This is my own hand lettering, Springtime in Paris. And I made a pocket with a file folder here. The printables in this kit are beautiful. So if you have any experience with Ephemeras Vintage Garden, you already know that. If you don't, I highly recommend you visit the site, ephemerasvintagegarden.com. This is some scrapbook paper that I've turned into a journaling card. And this is what I generally do with the printables that come with the kits. I have just finally figured out how to print on both sides of a piece of paper. But that was before printing these. So what I usually will do with the pages that come with the kit is I will turn them into pockets on coffee dyed paper. And I love this because I don't have to see the back where it's clean white paper. I don't like that. I want to see a vintage look. So I just have a little indicator here that this is a pocket, and you could put anything inside there. And that's what I've done with all of the pages that came with the kit. And of course I've added a few extra things too. There's a little polka dot bag with some stamping on it. This amazing set of stamps was something I found at Goodwill store. It was part of I think a 2001 Stampin' Up set. When this you see, remember me, the key, there's a thimble, a beautiful heart. Anyway, you'll see them as we go through. Oh, and buttons. Last piece of a paper stack that I got a gazillion years ago. It's like a cardstock finish. It's so beautiful, but I don't think they make it anymore anyway. There's that heart stamp. All of the little paper clips are embellished. Another friend gave me a whole Ziploc gallon size bag full of gorgeous ribbon, and most of it's wired. She used to make roses out of these beautiful ribbons. And boy, do my friends know me or what? Because everything they give me is so much fun to play with. This beautiful picture of the Eiffel Tower with the roses is part of the digital download. This is a napkin decoupaged onto a book page that I've turned into a flip out. That's a little washi tape. Made this cute little pocket from a book page and another scrap of lace. And in this case, I took 2 tags and tied them together. But, you know, I could have done it so that the 2 cream color sides are facing each other and made it more like a little booklet. Again, this is a pocket top loading this time and glued onto coffee dyed paper. Here's a fun little trick. If you ever tear your coffee dyed paper when you're handling it, I just glued a little piece of book page over a tear there to strengthen it. I think it just lends a little something to it. Oh, there's the tear. You can see it. Some deli paper, part of that Stampin' Up set. They're such high quality. I can't believe the level of detail on them. Okay, this is a great piece of tissue paper, and hopefully you can see that it's a map. And these came out of a pair of boots that I bought from Kohl's. And you know, you ever buy purses and it's stuffed with tissue paper too? Look closely at that. My theory is that they are prints of possible fabric prints, you know, that they're going to print on fabric, but they test on these tissues first, and then they get resold or reused as stuffing for boots and purses. Glassine bag with a tag. This tag has photo corners on it so that Linda can switch out that piece of paper and put a photo of her family. Another tip for a tear is some washi tape. And this is my favorite kind of page. I love opening a junk journal and seeing a page like this where there's so many neat elements going on. So here we have the embellished paper clip, again with some more of that wired ribbon. This one's an ombre effect. There's the thimble from that stamp set. These are from the kit. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? And for me, what I'll do is when I print out a set, I will take the whole page and I'll glue it to some kind of a backing in this case. And so I have like about 3 different backings. And you can see this is that map tissue paper again. I also had some cream cardstock or kind of a linen weave. And I also had brown craft paper. And I basically like glued a page of printable tags on each different kind of paper so that when I cut them up, I got kind of a fun effect. There's the craft paper, this beautiful little note, part of the kit again. Another picture of the Eiffel Tower, and I glued that onto book page, obviously, and cut up a box of perfume. My sweet husband says he's got a formula for buying me gifts. He goes to Nordstrom's and he buys expensive French perfume each Christmas, and so he's a pretty smart guy. So that's the box from the Chanel No. 5 from last year. This year it was Miss Dior, so you're going to see that come into play too. And then that's a tuck, and that's a tuck. Beautiful printables, again with a top-loading pocket. This is a little flower that I made out of scrap paper from another printable kit from Debbie Ann. So this shows you can really use these printables for a lot of different things, you know, and even the scraps are gorgeous and you can use them up. Just a little fabric embellishment, and then there's a tuck spot with some cardstock here, and this super cute little envelope. Don't even know where that came from. Neat old pages. And from the center of my signature, I made an envelope with scrapbook paper. I think this is from my Mind's Eye. It's a great set. And I actually did sort of a accordion fold in there. And, oh yeah, and the little leopard print. That's an old Chico's bag. But, you know, hello, when a Chico's bag is that gorgeous, you're not going to just throw it in the trash. So it has become part of many junk journals this year. There are a few blank pages, but a lot of pockets. And again, like I said, with the printables, I like the pockets. I figure if Linda takes us to Paris with her, when they get back to their hotel room and they're really tired, they can write a few notes about what they saw and did, and then tuck their ephemera in there. Pamphlets, menus, hotel key cards, all that kind of fun stuff. These stamps are from Graphic 45 from the Gilded Lily collection. Another beautiful page from the printables. And there is Paris in My Heart. This is a dictionary page. And then here's another. Now this pack was from Hobby Lobby. This particular beautiful scrapbook paper. And that's from the digital download kit, this time backed with a book page. And this is a German Dresden cutout. I made a little booklet here with just little bits and pieces. There's the Dior wrapping paper that this year's gift was wrapped in. Isn't that lovely? And a little pocket page, a little flip out. So maybe one of her granddaughters would like to journal in that. Some striped tissue paper. Again from Graphic 45, C'est Magnifique. Look at that. So beautiful. In this case, I did not put an indicator there or a finger guard, but that's a top-loading pocket. I used the fine line applicator. If you haven't used that, I cannot recommend it enough. It is wonderful. This is it. Standard tip, fine line applicator. I bought that on Amazon. I have ordinary Elmer's white glue that I buy by the gallon in it, and it is great for this kind of application. And because it is such a fine line, it doesn't get lumpy and bumpy. I just love this tool. Here's another card or tag that I made and did a little distressing, a little layering. This is a beautiful piece of ribbon. And this is the back of that signature, that first signature. And this is cut with, maybe some of you remember Creative Memories. I was a big Creative Memories fan, and I bought these really awesome rulers. So I would say keep your eyes open for these at the thrift store. They are terrific, and you can get such neat edges from them. I thought I had one more. Oh yeah, the other one I have that I use a lot is the scalloped one. So Border Lines by Creative Memories. Love those. Okay, second signature, Le Bon Temps. So the clock is so perfect, and I stamped one of the dates that they'll be in Paris right on there with an old date stamp that I have. Okay. Here's the Miss Dior box cover, and this is a French book page, so I don't know where I got it, but I was so happy to have it. This is from the kit. Top loading pocket. God, so beautiful. Little tuck spot here. And this just has a little bit of fabric embellishment, the same fabric that I've used throughout and on the covers. Now with this one, I did create a punched edge with a book page and glued that onto the tissue. And tuck here. And a tuck I made from a book page. And this is actually I guess 2 journaling cards, but I turned it into a little folder to hold these super darling little tags. Look at those little girls' faces and the roses. How cute is that? This one is a big pocket, and I actually did make an accordion here too. So that should hold a lot. And I made a belly band from the salvage edge of the fabric that I was using and added a little embellishment. This is actually from a previous printable kit that I had purchased, probably Woodland Wings or maybe Vintage Queen Bee. And this is from that same beautiful out of print paper stack, but not pretty. Again, that ribbon, what a blessing. Deli paper, tuck spot with, again, the napkin page, just the book page. This little embellishment came with the kit. And this was on hand. I made a tag out of that. This is from a 1920s practical mathematics book. It's like one of my favorite set of book pages to play with. And one of these days I'll do something with the book itself too. This is a piece from a paper napkin and some of the pretty ribbon and lace. Top loading pocket there. I love coffee dye paper. sheet of music. Came in a care package from a friend. She had already done a little stamping on it. I added this napkin to it and part of the printable kit. Side loading pocket here. This is one of those Dollar Tree paper clips. I glued a piece of paper and then this old little embellishment. That's so cute. Like they're like little lingerie roses or something, little applique roses, and 2 more of the tags from the kit. Here's the center of this signature, and this is the French book page. Made a little envelope, got one of the tags in there. And then we probably have, oh yeah, here's that scalloped edge that I used that Creative Memories border line with. And one of the neat things about this kit, it has these little tape lines that are printed, and they're different colors, red or cream. And it's fun if you have some washi tape that kind of coordinates, is to take your own washi tape and go over that, which I've done here. Here's more of the wrapping paper that the Miss Dior came in this Christmas. So thank you, sweetie pie. Side loading pocket. He gives me French perfume and I get excited about the wrapping, right? Another embellishment from the kit. Heavy coffee dyed. And we're on the back side, so we're kind of heading towards the end here. Side pocket. These are from the kit. So sweet. That's a scrap from, I think, Whimsy and Botany. There you go. Perfect tuck spot. Pocket. Beautiful. I made this pocket with, again, this is, like I said, this is kind of my favorite type of pages because there it is. You've got a big pocket made from a book page that's been coffee dyed, and then I have put this lace overlay, kind of stitched it down with a little bit of the fabric from the book, velvet ribbon, and the little rose applique. And then this tag, that's a printable from EVG, probably Woodland Wings, I think, and added some lace that has ribbon woven through it, and it, as you can see, I've inked the edges of the backs of my tags. And then this is part of the Paris in My Heart. Added some flat back pearls and put one of the little tags in there as well, and that goes in the front pocket. So I love the look of that. And this is the last page. So I made a ribbon out of this wide, or I made a pocket out of this wide ribbon, and this is the little pocket or envelope that comes with the kit. Super sweet. And I just love these 2 little girls, and I think maybe Linda will, you know, this is a reminder of her granddaughters. So I think they're 12 and 8, and so it just so, it couldn't be more appropriate. And more of the ephemera that comes in the kit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And another pocket in the back. And so that's really it, guys. This just comes in around like that. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you like it, and I think you should check out Ephemera's Vintage Garden to see more of her beautiful kits and printables. I'm so excited to be one of her design team members, and I'll be posting one project a month for January through June. So I'll see you again next month. Bye!